Welcome to the pregame interviews with Jake Franklin, and here today I have Rabbit Littleton and Mr. Moore, Coach Moore, and I'm going to ask him a few questions about how yesterday's game went.
Last night's game went real well. First of all, we want to talk about what we celebrated here a couple weeks ago with Brooklyn getting her 500th career rebound, and then we went to the SHAC conference meetings last Sunday and the District 6 meetings, and the Brooklyn Manning and Raquel Hackney was voted all-conference in the SHAC, and then we went to the district meeting, and Grace Taylor was honorable mention for District 6. Brooklyn Manning was 13, District 6, and then Rockland was District 6 Player of the Year as well as first team. So I want to congratulate them on their accomplishments, and really it's a team accomplishment because they're all part of that, helping make that happen for those kids. So we're proud of all our girls and especially those three who earned those awards. Last night's game against Nelsonville York started out kind of slow, but I think they were just overhyped, and as they settled into the game, run their sets well. Second half shot the ball as good as we've shot it all year. And we want to give a shout out to the students and teachers and the families and friends that showed up for that game, and what a great six-man we had here last night, and really helped us get over the top in that game last night.
I totally agree with that. The student section can always be a really big part of that game, and I think it did. I hope we have that next Tuesday up at
Southeastern.
If we can get that up there, we got a chance against White Oak.
That's right. And we also want to thank our sponsors that sponsored the tickets for the students to get in free, and I'm already getting quite a few sponsors for our game schedule for Tuesday night against White Oak, and we really, really appreciate all the sponsors in the community with all their help.
Yeah, and aren't we going to have a pep bus that day too?
Got a pep bus schedule going, so hoping for another good crowd like we had last night, and hope they're as loud and proud as they were last night.
Yeah. Well, let's turn over to you, Mr. Moore. How do you think last night's game went?
Well, first I want to say thank you to Jake for all he's done here with doing interviews such as this and spotlighting our girls and our boys and just being a big part of all of this. You've done a great job, and we appreciate you. Again, I just want to echo the fan support, the student support, the community support. I mean, it just energized the girls' coaches. Are kind of paid to motivate and energize kids, but I don't think anything can replace what we had here last night under this roof with the student support and just the enthusiasm that everybody showed. So, again, as Coach Rabbit said, I appreciate that so much too, and I know Coach Elaine does and Coach Jimmy does as well. As far as the game itself, I thought the first group and the bench as well, but those five that come out and started for us, I felt like they played as well collectively, all five at one time, one game, one big moment, as well as they have probably in the 2 years that I've been over here helping Rabbit. I just thought they all contributed. They just played hard. They played with great energy. It's not all about scoring, but you got to have that. So we had people step up and do that. We had people take care of the ball. Thought everybody defended pretty well. Rebounded pretty well. It was just a great overall team effort, as he said. And the bench was into it, and the girls that came in off the bench, they contributed, and the beat just kept rolling. So we're looking forward to White Oak. I feel like if we can play a game, put together an effort and a game plan like we did last night, we'll be right there in the thick of it come Tuesday night.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think the JV players got a little bit of playing time last night, and I think they did pretty good. I mean, that's tough going as a JV player going into a big old varsity tournament. That really matters, don't you think?
That's a good experience for our freshmen and sophomores because, the next 2-3 years they're going to be in that spot where they're going to be playing with that type of pressure that you lose and you go home.
Yeah, and there was a few freshmen for Nelsonville York last night that was on varsity.
Yep, they had two freshmen that started for them, and let's give them credit. Everything was to our advantage last night. They had to start out with a 2.5-hour bus trip, and then our rowdy crowd they had to play against too. So we had advantage right off the bat, and thanks to the crowd, and helped us get that W.
Yes, yeah, it's most definitely the coaches around all that noise. You have to scream extra louder to the away girls that are the other coaches. You know, even the home coaches that have to be a little bit more louder than the crowd because they did not stop one bit. They was going at it. I mean, even at timeouts they were still cheering them on. You know, chants, everything. You know,
Right, they stayed right into it the whole game.
You know, that's what kept the girls pumped up the whole game. I mean, they didn't hang their heads one time. I don't think.
That's right.
They was a positive attitude, and you know, credit to the other team. I don't think they hung their head one time either. They still fought, even when there was a minute left and we was up however many points we were up. You know, they were still trying to fight back, and you know, that's what I like to see, and that's what everybody likes to see.
That's right. That's
I want to say a little something about the girls underneath, the role players, so to speak, and the JV players. You don't get better as a basketball team or really any team in life unless you have a whole collective unit, and our girls have improved, and I'm very proud. But if you don't have those younger kids underneath and your JV players pushing kids, the main unit, the varsity unit, if you want to say it that way, each and every day, you don't improve as a basketball team. So it's a great credit to them that they showed up to practice, they worked hard, they pushed those upperclassmen and the starting unit to get better each day. So kudos to them. And again, a big shout out to our parents. We got a great group of parents that have been very supportive. We have a school system here with Principal Young and Vice Principal Marshall and A.D. Cooper, right up the top with Superintendent Wilkins that shows us great support and encouragement all the time. And to have a great team, it takes a village. It's not just one group of coaches and one team. It's everybody. So we appreciate all the support. Big shout out to my friend and Rabbit's friend Gigi Lofton down here. I know as a community member he stepped up and helped the kids and the student body with tickets and free tickets and things like that. So that's just a tremendous thing, and we appreciate it.
I also want to give a shout out to our youth coaches here in the Ripley program and bringing their kids to experience this, and hopefully one day they'll get to live what our kids lived through last night.
You know, and I want to add something about, you know, the younger girls in the lower classmen of 8th grade getting ready to be 9th. You know, the lower level still in junior high ball. You know, that right there, that game was a prime example. And even just the girls in general, seeing them play and seeing how the Rabbit and Kent coach the girls and Jimmy and Elaine. You know, to come out and watch the games and see how they coach, you know, and then you get your experience on how you're going to move up to a whole different level of basketball. High school, from junior high and moving up to high school is a big step up. I mean, there's more competition. You got bigger girls, you know, better, just more of everything. It's just better of everything and louder.
Right.
You know, and that's a prime example of right there. You want to look forward to that and be like the other girls out there playing like that and won that big game. And we ain't done yet either, are we?
We ain't done. We're going to move right on.
Let me say one more thing. You know, you're very complimentary to us all, Jake, and again, we appreciate you. And it takes a unit, it takes a team, but I want to shout out my guy Rabbit here. I love him. I've loved him my whole life. And I don't know if the people of Ripley know what a great man, a great leader, and a great coach they have in him. There's nobody works harder. There's nobody cares about kids more than my friend. So I think the people of Ripley are very blessed to have him as our leader. We just kind of follow his lead and do the best we can, but I appreciate the man.
Well, I appreciate that, but I will say this, a coach is only as good as his coaches with him on the bench, and I've had some of the greatest, and I've got some of the greatest here. And thank you, Jake. You're awesome. Your granny ought to be proud.
Thank you. I think do you have anything else to add?
We're good to go. Hope to see everybody Tuesday night. First of all, we want to cheer for those boys Monday night. They got their first round tournament game, and we'd like for everybody to show up and give them support too.
Yes, that is at Adena High School. That's gonna be a long haul, just like the girls' game.
That's right.
But you know, anything can happen, and hopefully, when we win that game, get 3 in a row here.
That's right.
3 in a row. 2
sounds
for the
good.
girls and 1 for the boys.
Sounds
And
good, buddy.
hopefully the girls ain't done until the final game of the season.
Wouldn't that be great?
Absolutely. Everybody get out and support us. And again, we appreciate everyone so much. Get out and support the boys Monday. Get out and support the girls on Tuesday. And then just, again, we appreciate our fans and student body and everybody. God bless you.
All righty. Well, this will be it for the interviews with the 2 coaches. And see you next time. And like we said, the game for the boys will be Monday and the girls game on Tuesday.